Nope. Didn't mean for that. Welcome, Pewter Report readers, viewers, and listeners to a brand new edition of the Pewter Game Day Show, brought to you by our friends over at Walk-Ons. It's more of a Pewter Game Night show this Sunday as the Bucs are in prime time on Sunday Night Football, taking on the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas. The Bucs are going for 5 wins in a row. They need to win since the Falcons and the Commanders also were victorious today, and they get to put their star-studded offense on display in a national setting. I'm your host, Matt Matera. Joined with me, returning, is my fellow co-host of the Pewter Game Day Show, Josh Queipo. Josh, it's great to see you. What's going on, my man?
I am fantastic, Matt. I just recently got my brand new Pewter Report.
Hell yeah.
And since my fiance loves to keep it at like 54 degrees in the house, it's a perfect time to wear it. So other than that, excited to see the Bucs shake off their primetime blues and hopefully grab a win and put themselves, one win away from clinching the NFC South.
Yeah, pretty much. That would be fun to see. Yeah, so we're very excited to kick this one off. And hello to everybody watching us right now. We have NS, who is a new Pewter Report YouTube channel member. Thank you very much for your support. Adam Enright says it's 1:20 a.m. here in Ireland. Let's go Bucs. An early Christmas present needed. That's awesome. We love having fans from all over. Great seeing from Ireland as well. Curious where in Ireland you were watching from, because my grandmother was born there, and I've been to Ireland once and saw some of the country, and it was wonderful, and I want to go back.
I have a question for you, Matt.
Yeah.
If Adam were to get into a bar fight, would that be the only fighting Irish you'd be willing to root for?
No. Sometimes I bet them. I bet on Notre Dame on Friday, and was paid handsomely for it. So
very good.
There are a couple of exceptions for sure.
I parlayed out the entire first round of the college football playoffs, so that was a nice little W.
Hell yeah. Nice. Very nice. Have a couple of very, very kind comments as well. We'll get to it after this first play. The Bucs kicked off first, so look at the ball in the second half, so we'll see Tampa Bay's defense and how they are looking. The Cowboys will start off in shotgun with Cooper Rush. Tight end goes in motion. They're coming out passing. Thrown over the middle. Caught by Turpin. Nearly knocked away from Levante David. Also, looks like Anthony Nelson's starting at outside linebacker instead of Joe Tryanchenko. They cut into JTS's snaps last week as he came back from injury. So looking like that's continuing as well.
Yeah, a great job by Levante to contest the ball. Yes, it was caught, but it's nice to see the Bucs, not giving wide open looks for Cooper Rush and the Dallas offense.
Now it's a swing pass to CeeDee Lamb. Christian Izien tries to make the first initial stop, but it's Jamel Dean who does a great job holding on to CeeDee Lamb and not giving him that first down. So it'll be a third down coming up. We're going to get a lot of close-ups of Todd Bowles tonight. So be ready, national television. All right. A lot of bodies up at the line of scrimmage. Dean against CeeDee Lamb at the bottom of the screen. Rush throws. Short completion, but caught for a first down. By the way, very kind words from Bill Fay, who says, would way prefer Matt over Chris Collinsworth. That's very nice.
Oh, wow.
Chomping Doggo says, no way I'm listening to Collinsworth talk about the Cowgirls. Matty Ice and Josh Q, FTW.
Let's go.
Says, Matty Diamond's greater than Chris Collinsworth. I don't know if I'm greater than, but thank you very much for all the nice words. We appreciate that. I met Chris Collinsworth at the NFL meetings a couple of years ago. Nice guy.
Seems like it. What's interesting is while Anthony Nelson, I think, did get the first couple snaps there, Joe Tryon-Shoyinka was introduced as the starting outside linebacker on the intros. And Dallas is eschewing their run game almost completely to start out here with this quick passing game.
Yeah, the little dink and dunk type of offense. Have not thrown the ball yet. Ran the ball until now. Another 3rd and short coming up.
Looks like they just did get their first run of the game. Rico Dowdle with 4 yards.
Rico. 3rd and 2 for the vaunted Cowboys offense. See if the Bucs can get a stop here. I do worry that the Cowboys are going to have a long-ass drive. Anthony Nelson went unblocked, but they get CeeDee Lamb open. A lot of short yardage stuff. Not too much the Bucs can really do.
Yeah, just looks like a little stick route there for Lamb. Trying to look at the replay here. Yep. Jamel Dean out in solo coverage. He has to protect the vertical because Lamb is such a huge vertical threat. And Lamb's able to just get that outside leverage on the quick little out, get the first down.
Cooper Rush is 5 of 5 to start this game, but only 22 yards. So go figure. Another screen. This one goes for a loss of yards. So finally the Bucs get a win on first down. I think that was kind of the biggest thing on the first 2 first downs is they got solid gains, not obviously huge, but those intermediate gains, the set up 3rd and short is what's kind of worked for the Cowboys early on. So well done by the Bucs there.
Yeah, get a negative on first down, and then Todd Bowles, as you get later into 2nd and 3rd, if you can get him to medium, that's when he can really dial up some blitzes, some pressures, and really affect the passer. And it looks like that's going to probably be set up for a 3rd and 6 here after this run by Dowdle. So this will probably be
the Bucs. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, so this will be probably the first time we really see some type of exotic blitz from Bowles here on this play.
Yeah, I haven't seen too much blitzing yet. Granted, it's very, very early. But yeah, should be fun. So Dowdle starts out wide, but then comes into the backfield for a traditional spot for the running back. You got to wonder, too. We'll see. As they pitch it to Dowdle. Has some room, but it's a tackle made by Logan Hall.
Play.
Well done. Logan Hall with the stop, setting up a 4th down. And the Cowboys are in that weird spot. They obviously have a kicker with a gigantic leg. But, they're over midfield, and they're going to bring out Brandon Aubrey. Which, as someone that took Cowboys over 1.5 field goals, don't mind seeing it. So it's either going to be great field position for the Bucs or a 3-0 lead for the Cowboys. What's the 58 yards. But to him, that's like a chip shot.
Yeah.
Pick is up, and it is good. The Cowboys take a 3-0 lead on a 58-yard field goal from Brandon Aubrey.
Aubrey is about to get paid in the offseason.
Yeah.
He has a good shot to get the largest kicker contract in the history of the game, and I'm just trying to remind myself what that will look like. Harrison Butker currently has the tops at $6.4 million per year. Butker might have a shot at least 6.5. He may get it up to $7 million.
Yeah.
He is that automatic from way long distance.
I think Aubrey may be the next, and no pun intended because they wear it on their helmets, but the next star kicker. There's not too many kickers in the Hall of Fame. Adam Vinatieri, if he's not already in, will be the next one. And Justin Tucker, up until this year, I think it was a no-doubter that he's a Hall of Fame kicker. I know it's early in his career, but the specialness in the way that Brandon Aubrey makes a 60-yard field goal look mundane. He could be the next big thing.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite kicker from like growing up?
I like Tom Tupa. Or was he a punter?
I think he was a punter.
Yeah. Yeah, the Jets had a guy. Tupa was the punter. Whoever the kicker was, he was cool because he would like go down and tackle the players.
I was so there were two Andersons in the league at the same time.
Mort Anderson, yeah.
I loved Morton. Yeah, Mort Anderson. I think he was with the Vikings, and he had the throwback kicker helmet with just the single bar across. And he also was like still in the league through like his age 43 season. So I was always a big fan. I did grow up a Bucs fan, so of course Grammatica was, a star in my eyes. So just a few of those old school kicker shout outs.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of people with shout outs to Logan Hall. Gabriel Perella says Logan making plays lately. Tom says Logan Hall with a good tackle. P. Simpson, Logan Hall sighting with an exclamation point. So,
yeah, I mean, he did a great job to get off the block. Great awareness to really sniff out the play and then to pull Dowdle down from behind. And one of those comments, he has been coming on lately. This is by far his best year in the league so far. What this is is this year 3 for him? I think it's year 3.
You go Dowdle?
No, Logan Hall.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I was looking at the stats.
So yeah, I think this is year 3 for him, and it's been a slow progress, but he's gone from like borderline unplayable to being a solid rotational piece for the Bucs.
By the way, shout out Carrie Clark, who's watching from Trinidad and Tobago. Says greetings from Trinidad and Tobago. Go Bucs. That's very cool. As Scotty J says, Trinidad, have a spiced rum for me.
There you go.
All right, here come the Bucs. Rashad White starting in the backfield for Tampa Bay.
Good start.
Remember, no Cade Otton in this game. They run it with Rashad, a.k.a. Sexy Chad. And we have a $4.99 super chat. Thank you to Chomping Doggo, who says, a bit nervous about Cade. Guy plays 95% plus of the snaps, so we don't just lose his production. Could it hurt his scheme too? Well, Josh, you wrote an article this week about what it would look like without Cade Otton.
Yeah, so Cade Otton, one of the biggest things that's been so great about him this year isn't just that he's been more productive as a receiver, but he has legitimately turned into one of the best blocking starting tight ends in the NFL, specifically as a move blocker on split flow runs and as Baker Mayfield drops back and scrambles and gets out of bounds after a 6-yard gain, but it looks like there's a flag on the play. But Cade is a split flow blocker, and then also as a wrapper or puller on the Bucs, fantastic gap schemes on counters and traps and things like that, as it looks like it'll be holding on Bredesen. Yep, so that'll be a 10-yard penalty there. And so with Payne Durham coming in for Otton and having to start in this game, Durham is not as good on the move. His targeting isn't that great. His balance isn't fantastic. He lets defenders undercut him. So I do think that the Bucs may adjust their running game a little bit to do a little bit more duo, or to put him on the front side of blocks where they can still run counter trade to his side.
Rashad White goes in motion. They throw it over the middle. It's caught by Jalen McMillan, who spins. They'll set up a 3rd and short, but nice job by the Bucs to get a lot of those chunk yards back after the holding penalty.
McMillan's really come on since the bye week, really, and has started to establish himself as the Bucs' number 2 receiver. Him and Sterling Shepard have both played really well you won't necessarily always see it on the box score. And you didn't with McMillan the first 2 weeks coming out of the bye week, but he was just running his routes crisper. He looked more confident, knew where to be. And then for him, especially, it's really started to show up in terms of his statistics that he's built over the last 2 to 3 weeks.
Baker, empty backfield. He's shuffling. He moves up in the pocket. He bounces to the outside. He throws on the run. It's caught by Payne Durham, and that's going to be a first down as Bucky Irving now comes onto the field. We have not seen him yet, but well done by Baker, moving the feet, keeping his eyes upfield. And
what a job by Luke.
Moving.
Yeah, what a job by Luke Gedeke on Micah Parsons. I mean, just completely wraps him around Baker, would not give up contact, not letting him near the quarterback. That was fantastic.
Both feet in bounds by Payne Durham as well. So, all right, we got the pony package. As Bucky and Rashad are in. They give it to Bucky, who's going to... Oh, I thought he was going to break it. I really did. He had the lead blocker in front. But anyway, ends up being a short gain.
And Gedeke and Tristan Wirfs, depending on where they line up Parsons against Micah Parsons, that is going to be one of the things that I am watching for throughout the entire night. You were talking about a prize fight among 3 of the best in the game right now. And as a matter of fact, it looks like Mike is going to line up over Tristan on this rep.
They throw it to Trey Palmer, of all people. Palmer trips over a defender, ends up getting a couple of yards on the play, so it'll be 3rd and short again. But good to see him involved. It's been a quiet season for him.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I really liked what I saw out of Palmer last year. I thought there was room to grow this year. It just hasn't really worked out for him. Doesn't look like he has the trust of the coaching staff as his snap count continues to diminish week over week.
Yeah, we've been asked about him a lot lately. He is a speed guy, but Bucs aren't taking as many shots down the field. 3rd and 3. Another interesting formation for the Bucs. Baker has to get rid of the ball quickly. Can't get it to Rachaad White, so it'll be 4th down. We'll see what Tampa Bay does. I would go for it.
I don't think you have to ask me.
Yeah. Baker had to get rid of it quickly. It didn't help that he bobbled the snap.
Yep.
They are going to go for it. Hell yeah. Well, there's only 10 seconds left, so.
Well, and
go for it. Hurry. Okay, they got it. Baker again having issues with the snap. Throws it down the middle. It's dropped by Russell Sterling Shepard.
Wow.
Just wide open. Just dropped it. Oh, man, that's as bad. That was just as bad as the Devontae Smith drop.
Yeah, there's no excuse for that.
Yeah, things already not going well for the Bucs on primetime. Whew. At least we know the Bucs can bounce back from mistakes. As Nicola Legistina says, Sheppy, come on, dog. Get Palmer a few more touches. Scotty J, use your hands. King Cook, not holding back, says, wow, LOL, Butterfingers.
What's really amazing is Sterling Shepard actually has some really good hands in general. Like, he's one of the better contested catch guys, especially for his size. Yeah, that's a tough one right there.
AJ Constis says, Bucs in prime time equals water and oil. Jeff the Champ, what the F? And Daniel Gomez, channeling his inner Buccaneer, says, Shepard, arr. And Casra, looking on the bright side of things, says, we are cooked. Kizo813, actually being positive, says, everything Bucs want on offense is there for the taking. Not concerned in the slightest. Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair. They threw the ball down the field pretty well. It's one drive. Brent O'Neill says Baker Mayfield is 1-8 in primetime games. But they did win on Monday night, so.
He has 2 playoff wins. I would consider those primetime games. So at the very least.
The Monday night one definitely was. Like,
yeah,
there's no argument there. It was Monday Night Football.
Right. So at the very least 3-10.
Geist85 says, shame the Bucs can't win on primetime. Pathetic. All right, let's pump the brakes a little bit. It's 3-0 in the first quarter.
Just thinking.
Like, even if the Cowboys score a touchdown here as Turpin breaks a big run for a first down, like, are you really going to be insanely worried down 10-0? And Jet the Champ says, why the F aren't they running it down their throat? Well, they had a great pass to McMillan, a good throw to Payne Durham, and Sterling Shepard was wide open.
I want to say their run-pass splits were pretty decent in that first one. Let's see.
Yeah, Rashad had one run, so did Bucky. As Cooper Rush throws down the field, hits open Cooks, and now the Cowboys are in business. It's all right. This is good for the over. And that's why I said, as great as the Bucs defense was in the second half against the Chargers, and they were, there's no doubt about it, I still have my doubts about this Bucs defense.
Yeah.
Gonna run it with Dowdle. Nice tackle by Yaya Diaby. Almost a
really good one. Yeah. And on that play before, it looked like it was Chris Izzian who just couldn't keep up with Brandon Cooks. And yeah, Izzian, he plays all out on every play, and he certainly tries his damnedest. He's just a bit limited, and you can see it on plays like that. Or especially in like run defense where, he throws everything into it. He's just so small. He ends up with a ton of missed tackles.
We have another super chat we'll get to after this play. Try to do a swing pass. Good pressure by Kalijah Cansey. But Bucks Basement, thank you for the $2 super chat, says, there's Bowles' future defense we know and loathe. We'll see if they even batten down the hatches. I'm not going to freak out about, field goals being allowed. Third and 9. This should be the bread and butter for the Bucs. I know it's the red zone. It's a little bit different.
Yep. But this is absolutely where they have to make their living. You can't allow 3rd and 9s to convert.
Correct. Especially when everything's condensed. Rush to the end zone. Touchdown. Beat Levante in coverage. That's Jalen Tolbert. Yikes. It's 9-0 Cowboys late in the first quarter.
Looked like it was just a little bit of like a scissors concept there where Levante had to pass off and just couldn't keep up with Turpin.
Aubrey's extra point is good. Is it time to press the panic button? So what's your concern level right now, Josh?
As soon as it turns to the second quarter, it'll go up.
Bucks Basement says Broncos game. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Says Broncos game all over again. Bowles got to go.
I mean, this doesn't look nearly as bad as the Broncos game. If anything, because the offense is moving the ball and Baker doesn't look rattled in the pocket like he did against the Broncos. The Bucs haven't even gotten their second possession in yet.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I will say in the Broncos game, the defense, the Broncos receivers were running basically wide open. Here, you've got Bucs defenders right there. Like, there was one blown coverage by Izzy and just not being able to keep up with Cooks on that crossing route. But other than that, the Bucs have been around the ball. So I think there are a lot of huge differences between this and the Broncos game.
The coverage has been tighter. There's no doubt about it. Kenneth McClary says that was a 14-point swing thanks to Sterling Shepard. That's true, at least in terms of, Shepard makes that catch, the Bucs are at least in field goal range, or we're looking at a tie game or the Bucs having a lead, and then the Cowboys theoretically have to drive, 85 yards down the field or whatever it ends up being. We got a super chat from Will. Thank you for the $1.99. Says, missteps so far aren't coaching issues. Yeah, I fully agree.
Yep.
Like, I thought it was a good call to go for it. What do you want to do? Sterling Shepard dropped it. He's paid millions of dollars to catch the ball. He didn't do his job. It's not Todd Bowles' fault. Especially when it's a 3-0 game in the first quarter. If you're up 9 with 5 minutes to go, you probably just punt it. But the circumstance totally said to go for it.
Yep.
Bucks guy says Falcons fans are happy right now.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know how much you can take. Michael Penix certainly wasn't bad, and his interception was the doing of Kyle Pitts more than anything else. But they did play the Giants, so, hey, good win. They took care of business, but let's see how they look against the Commanders, who had a pretty spectacular win. I know the Eagles obviously had Jalen Hurts get injured early in the game, but still pretty damn good win for the Commanders.
Yeah, I'm still reeling from that Commanders win. I had the Eagles and the over.
Ah, man. The over was like a cakewalk, too.
Yeah. Yep. Actually, I had the Eagles money line as part of one parlay, and I had them -3 plus the over on a straight game bet or game parlay. It's not been a great day for your boy.
That's how gambling goes, right?
Yeah, I'd been on a 3 or 4 week run, so I was due for some L's.
Thanks to Geist85 with this $2 super chat. Bucks worst team in history against backups. That might actually be true. I don't have the stats in front of me, but that could be true. Bucks start over the middle. House of Pain Durham with the catch. And Marcos, thanks for the $1.99 super chat, says fair weather fans staying awake tonight, huh?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say with that photo as his profile pic, he does not qualify as a fair weather fan. That was
hey, we'll take all the audience, whether you're a Bucs fan, not a Bucs fan. Keep it civil, of course, but yeah. All right, 2nd and 4 after the completion to Payne Durham. Bucky Irving is in the backfield. Still no targets for Mike Evans just yet, but again, it's the second drive of the game for Tampa Bay. Shepard goes in motion. They go play action to Bucky. Baker throws down the field. It's dropped again by Sterling Shepard.
That looked like it was deflected.
Okay.
Almost picked.
Yeah, the defender jumped in front. Let's see if it got tipped or anything, because I thought it hit Shepard after. Yeah, that wasn't the best angle.
No.
Here we go.
Yeah, it went through.
So it deflected, and then it hit him in the chest right after. So
yeah. It is curious that the Bucs, Dallas's run defense is not good. Their pass defense is pretty solid, and Liam Cohen has really gone pass heavy to start the game.
It's a swing pass to Rachaad White.
Wow.
Stretches out.
Wow.
Let's see if the refs are generous. They are
Oh,
not.
that is
They're
not a
even,
good spot. That is
that's
not a
even
good
close.
spot.
And Bucs offense shaky to start out.
Let's get a better look. Todd Bowles may want to challenge this.
Depends where that right foot went out.
Yeah, let's see here.
Yeah, I think
he's short.
I think he's short.
Still love to see them go for it.
Yeah. Now we finally see Browning for the first time in
a couple
2
weeks.
games. He did not punt it at all. The tweet out kind of forgot the Bucs had a punter.
And after the trials and tribulations they've had this season at punter, that's a good thing.
Yeah, very true. Very true. Jeff the Champ says that's a terrible spot nonetheless. What I'm most concerned about is the Bucs defense allowing another score, and then the Bucs only deciding to pass it, and that'll bring down all the numbers for Bucky Irving.
Yep. No, that makes sense.
So I went on a gambling show today on BetQL, and they asked me about the running backs, like the usage, and I'm like, well, they use both of them like a similar amount, and if there's one I was leaning towards, and I was like, I'll do you one better. 2 picks, over on Bucky Irving rushing yards, and over on Rachaad White receiving yards. So essentially, I've staked my claim to Bucky Irving and Rachaad White, and so far, without question, they are letting me down, and everyone at BetQL is going to think I'm an idiot. So we'll see. Nicola, very unhappy, says, for real, what happened to Bucky and Mike Evans? 2 drives and not even targeted.
The thing with Mike Evans, and we've talked about it a lot, he's not a guy you scheme up touches for the same way you do other number ones, just because he's not as shifty. And so the Bucs very much run an offense where Mike is the one, usually, by himself as the X and 3x1s. And if the defense is going to put extra assets to stopping him, then the Bucs will typically take what's given to them on the other side. Baker Mayfield said it. Liam Cohen said it. Mike Evans has said it. It's just how they run their offense. And he's not that Malik Neighbors or Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase guy where you give him the ball at the line of scrimmage and then he makes things happen after the catch. He is at his best 10 to 20 plus yards down the field.
Yeah, that's how it goes. All right, 3rd drive of the game. Cooper Rush is 8 of 9 for 60 yards and a tutty. Bucs have not had many answers, but now they'll got some help with the 1st and 15. Umad Push Square says, you mad Push Square says, wish I could watch the game. How are we playing tonight, fellas? Go Bucs. They're playing terribly. Defense hasn't stopped anything. And the Bucs did not convert on a 4th down and then went 3-0. So
yeah, some self-inflicted wounds on offense.
Rush dumps it off. That'll gets some of those yards back. Geist85, thanks for the $2 super chat, says, are we going to draft a linebacker? Yes. I don't know when, but it feels like they have to.
Guys, keep your eyes peeled for pewterreport.com this upcoming week. I just submitted my first draft evaluation for the 2025 draft class. It is a linebacker and that should come out sometime between Tuesday and Thursday of next week.
That's right. Levante David will get credited with a tackle for loss on what will likely be the last play of the first quarter. Bucs Basement says they just need to pay for an edge rusher in free agency. Yeah, just trade for Max Crosby or Myles Garrett. Nicole says Daddle sat down, Dole. LOL.
There is 3 edge rushers in free agency who can be considered difference makers. I think 2 are probably not going to be on the Bucs radar. One would be Hassan Reddick.
Nope.
The other would be Khalil Mack, who's had a solid season. I don't know if he's necessarily even a difference maker anymore, but he's still a very productive edge. I think the Chargers may want to try and keep him, that they may work out a deal. I think he enjoys playing for Harbaugh. So that really leaves Josh Sweat from Philly, who's had a very good season. Likely not going to break the bank for whoever signs him. I think the last time I was looking at his eval or projection had him around $17.5 million per year APY, which is not a small sum of money, but when you see edge rushers getting 25 to 30 million, 17.5 can be a value.
No, exactly. Yeah, I think it'd be interesting for Montez Sweat. So that's certainly
Josh.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Josh. You know, it was, I was listening to the very popular podcast, Part of My Take, and one of them brought up, I think it was PFT, brought up that there's like a lot of sweats in the league right now between Josh and Montez. And like never in the NFL has there ever been anyone else named Sweat, but now you have several of them in the league right now. So anyway, the first quarter has been done with, so why don't we hear a message from our friends over at Walk-Ons?
Game day at Walk-Ons is just different, and it starts with the way our teammates prep each dish from our scratch menu. No shortcuts. We are hand-cutting every single mozzarella log straight from the block, hand-peeling, stuffing, and bacon wrapping each voodoo shrimp, hand-carving ribeyes for our steaks and po' boys, and hand-slicing, then tossing our boneless wings and our house-made sauces. With wall-to-wall TVs and food like this, why would you want to watch anywhere else? That's game day. The Walk-Ons way.
I know you don't like seeing Drew Brees, but remember, he is supporting Pewter Report by advertising on our website. And remember, he lost his last NFL game, so let's keep that in mind. But of course, Walk-Ons is a great spot to watch sports, football specifically, especially in bowl season. They have happy hour every single day of the business week from Monday through Friday, including all-day happy hour on Tuesdays. Now, this week is a little bit different because it's Christmas and everything like that. But check out all the great deals they have at Walk-On's $3 happy hour pours. The starters as well are great. And then, of course, on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, they have awesome game day specials as well. Michelob Ultra, Bud Light, Budweiser pints of $4.49 and 22-ounce drinks for $5.99. Also have $5 Heineken Silvers and $5 Neutrals as well. So check out our friends over at Walk-Ons. You have 3 locations, one in Lakeland, one in Wesley Chapel, and another in Midtown as well. So shout out to Walk-Ons. Bucs just got a stop on third down, a little bit of a poor throw. Josh just dipped out very briefly. He'll be back on in just a second. And, Bucs will be getting the ball back and hopefully with decent field position, given that the Cowboys are kicking from the 20. And former Buck Brian Anger with the punt. Pretty good one. Trey Palmer makes the catch, breaks a tackle, and gets hit around the 38. There is a flag on the play. We'll see what the call is. Palmer wasn't happy about something either. Cowboys player ran out of bounds and then tried to get back in bounds. So That's a no-no. Okay, and back to the show. Josh Queipo. Bucs got to stop on third down.
I think I caught part of the end of that. Izzy enforced an incompletion on tight end Ferguson.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a throw that was behind Ferguson, so it helped. It helped Izzy in there because if it was on target, he likely gets the first down. But who cares? Beggars can't be choosers.
There you go.
What the frick? Since the first quarter was so bad for the Bucs, maybe their usual second quarter of doom will actually be good.
Yeah, we're gonna call it opposite day for the second quarter.
Yeah. All right, third drive. Bucky Irving is in the backfield. Please feed Bucky. My reputation stakes on it. Bucky, again, does what he does, makes contact, and keeps moving forward. That's about a 3-4 yard gain.
Bucky is amazing. Fantastic in space. He does not have the best vision, and you saw a little bit of it there as he ran right into, I want to say that was Luke Gedicke's back. Every game, there's 2 to 3 plays that when I'm watching it back, and it's like curious the decisions he makes in terms of some of the holes he decides to press.
Bucky lines up out wide, so another empty backfield for the Bucs. Baker looking towards Evans, throwing it down the field.
He caught that!
What a catch by Mike Evans, and he gets back up. Whew! That's why Mike is the GOAT.
What?
Bucs are moving
Wow.
quickly. Man, I thought that was an overthrow. That was a great snag by Mike Evans. Looks like it's a catch. And the Bucs are in position. Baker to Evans again. He's going to lose yards there. But anyway. So that's 2 catches for Mike. Every yard matters. Every yard counts. As he's 251 away. Got a good chunk on that deep ball there.
Just incredible. I'm still in shock over that one.
That was not easy.
Fingertips.
Let's go. Let's get a big Bucky run. Big Bucky run. Queipo in the game. He shaved his head this week. Bucky, there's a big Bucky run. Bucky Irving.
That is a big Bucky run.
Bucky Irving, ladies and gentlemen. Finger point, not guns. Finger point. Want to get penalized. Trying to help my man out.
A great cutback there. I was just talking about how his vision wasn't fantastic, and he decides to prove me wrong on like his very next touch. That's awesome. Take my L.
You heard the haters. All right, Bucky remains in the game. Evans returns as well. Feeling a little play action here. Nope, they're going to pitch it to Bucky. He goes to the outside. Keeps going to the outside. He's down to about the 2.
Tristan Wirfs just way out in front, throwing dudes out the club.
Yeah, that'll be a fun replay to watch. What do you think, Josh? Run it again with Bucky Irving?
It seems to be working.
Be good. Come on, run it with Bucky. Part of my Pewter Picks and Props selection. They're going to pitch it to the other side with Bucky. Oh, he stays on his feet and he's in the end zone. Touchdown.
Bring him down, Matt.
Irving. Bucs cut the lead or their deficit to 10-6. And we have a video to play. And I get to do my touchdown bucket with the picture of Lachlan's extra point is good. Bucs trail 27. Favorites. No. I want the album. There we go. Okay, tweet is sent. Now it's time to update the score. Nucky if you bucky.
Love it.
Castro says second. What's up?
I said love it. I just love it.
Yeah. Castro says second quarter, best quarter.
So I'm the thing I told you I was texting right before the game, and the person saying that they had a bad feeling.
Yes.
Was taking some victory laps on me in the first quarter, and I literally sent back second quarter going to be huge. Boom.
Yeah. Horse Renor says Liam Cookin as always, and thanks for being a Pewter Report YouTube channel member. King Cook said Payne Durham with a key block. I'd have to watch a replay of that one. Brevard Buck says Bucky. Ryan S. with a good comment says, remember when we all wondered why Bucky over Ray Davis? That guy's pretty good.
Really good.
Yeah, Bucky now has 31 rushing yards already. His depending on when you got it, his rushing yards was 58.5 earlier in the week. It went all the way up to 63.5. But yeah, either way, Bucky already at 31 yards. Yeah, so not bad. Bucs offense just need to work out the kinks a little bit. Now they're fine. Bucs fan says, you got to feed Mike early. He gets the offense hyped. Yeah, people love when Mike Evans does his thing. He leads the Bucs with 2 catches for 29 yards, both coming in that second quarter on that drive. Geist85, thanks for the $2 super chat, says, how many sacks will the Bucs have? I'm going to say 2.
I will take the over on that number.
I hope you're right. Tyler Lavelle says 3. Narav, being bold, says 5+ sacks for the Bucs.
You said Evans is up to how many receiving yards for the game?
He is at 29.
That puts him at 807 for the season.
Correct.
807.
Oh, congrats to Diesel Roche, who says, just accepted the honor of being the godfather of a beautiful baby girl and just found out I've got a nephew on the way. Now I need the Bucs to put pelt to ass. Go Bucs. Well, congratulations, Diesel Roche. Hopefully the Bucs can bring it home for you. But congrats on the personal news. It's very exciting.
That is awesome. Congratulations.
Okay. Cooper Rush going deep down the field for CeeDee Lamb, who makes the catch. He beat Jamel Dean. Isian.
Not a good look for Jamel there.
I like this. Just give the ball back to the Bucs offense. Yeah, good throw. Cooper Rush, 10 of 12, 104. Playing like an MVP.
Hall of Famer.
Yaya Diaby, another good tackle. He's made some good plays in the run game early on.
He really has, yeah. Just not giving the edge for anything that Dallas wants to do out on the perimeter, and you can tell they're trying to run away from Vita Vea and the interior of the Bucs defense there.
There's a lot of people saying Zion should cover him. Well, Zion and Jamel play on different sides, and they don't really move them. So
They don't.
Yeah. Oh, Anthony Nelson almost with the pass breakup.
Him and
CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah. Him and JTS just remind me the way they get out into the flats and just get their arms up. It's like when you go to the car dealerships and they've got those big old balloon things.
A wacky waving inflatable arm, man.
Yep.
Legal motion on the Cowboys, so you can forget that play.
That looked a little ticky-tack.
Ah, so close. That would have been cool. All right, 2nd and 13. Cowboys are kind of in field goal range just based on their kicker. Yeah, a little dump off the Dowdle. Levante can't make the tackle. Tyke Smith came very close to stripping it. $9:45 to go in the second quarter. Remember, the Bucs do get the ball coming out of the half. All right, 3rd and 5.
This is a big, big down.
Yes, it is. 1-possession game. Bucs are going to blitz Mike Edwards. Rush goes deep down the field and just a complete overthrow. He must have thought Lamb was going to run a different route because he was like 5 yards away.
Yeah, he picked up the blitz real quick, and he knew he was going to have Lamb one-on-one with Zion. I don't know if he saw Zion in press, which slowed Lamb up. But
Right.
Lamb did beat Zion there. I mean, he had a step and a half on him.
All right, so Aubrey will come out for a 49-yard field goal. Listen, you can't be mad about field goals. And that kick is good. So still a 1-possession game. The Bucs can take the lead with the touchdown. Cowboys up 13-7. Let's get to some more comments. Mia says, I wish we utilized Mike like Lamb.
They're two different receivers.
Yeah. Will with a $1.99 super chat, thank you, says Rush winning me the fantasy playoffs with Aubrey field goals. Yeah, I mean, Aubrey had a 58 and a 49, so yeah, you're double digits at this point if you do the decimals as well. So yeah, not bad. Stan Glassman says, mad about the long pass they gave up. Sure. Benjamin Will says, y'all acting like CD is a bum. He is a top 5 receiver. Tizo 813 says, Cowboys found a gem in Aubrey overtaking Tucker's spot for best kicker in the league. I wonder what his stats are kicking outdoors. I'm not taking anything away from Aubrey does. But I'm curious if he's as accurate or not. I don't know. I'm just wondering. Kyle Driver says, if we can hold them to field goals, we could win a shootout. Yeah, Bucs can win a shootout, no problem. And Will says, second best kicker behind McLaughlin, of course.
Let's see. Aubrey outdoors. He went 4 of 4 at Cleveland, 2 of 3 in the Meadowlands. So that's what, 6 of 7. 2 of 3 in Pittsburgh. So that's 8 of 10. 1 of 1 at San Francisco. So 9 of 11. And then 2 of 4 at Washington. So what's that? 11 of 15. And 3 of 4 at Carolina. So 14 of 19. Good catch there, Matt.
Thanks. I was generally just curious. I mean, every kicker, I think, pretty much enjoys kicking in a dome. Or at least a place where there's a roof.
Yeah, he's 74% outdoors. 19 and 95% in a dome. A little bit of a disparity there.
Slightly. Uh-oh. Why are they showing Baker's feet? He was on the injury report this whole week. All right. Another drive for the Bucs. Bucky Irving still in the game. And they're going to run it with Bucky, who gets about 5 yards on first down.
Bucs have 8 carries for 44 yards, averaging 5.5 a clip.
Yeah, I think they should keep running it. They've had their most success just running it. Especially when you have Bucky. McMillan goes in motion. Hey, they ran it with Bucky.
First down.
Hey, they got a first down.
First down.
Tampa Bay.
And just like last week, you see the Bucs offensive line is consistently playing on the plus side of the line of scrimmage. I mean, just look at the end of that play. You saw Bredesen and Barton, and I want to say Malk were all 5 yards downfield with Bucky at the end of the run.
Yeah. Okay, they did not give the Bucs a first down. It looked like they got it. But
Baker sneak?
Yeah, I would. I could see them getting stuffed for, yep, just like that.
Oh, no.
Rashad
White, second effort. And Devin Culp sighting.
Yeah, the Culp of personality. And Rashad White, thanks for coming out. Back to Bucky Irving. Waiting for the big screen to Rashad White.
And that run right there shows you a little bit of the difference between Cade Otton and Payne Durham. Payne Durham was the guy who got moved backwards into Rashad White and forced White to have to go with that second effort.
And they run a screen to Bucky Irving. Makes a couple guys miss, as we've seen. Picks up about 7 yards. I think we're getting some. I don't want to be too early on it, but it's too far away. I can't tell. Yep. Pony package. Rashad White and Bucky Irving. They're going to run it with Bucky up the middle. That's a first down and more. Bucky Irving churning those legs. He is now at 47 yards in the first half. Okay, Bucs over midfield. They're going to do a swing pass to Bucky. Gets a solid gain once again. Bit of a low throw by Baker, but Bucky did a good job. Will, with a great comment, says, this feels like college football 25. Got to use Bucky, but manage the injury factor. LOL. Well, in fairness, that first drive was completely Rashad. Really the first two. So... BS83 says our O-line beats folks up. That is true. Bucs go play action. Baker throwing down the field. Oop, did he hold on?
I think he did.
Jalen McMillan with a nice catch. Again, finger points, not done. This is what you love to see. Just running the ball successfully makes the play action hit that much better. McMillan, plenty of room.
Yep.
Good throw by Baker.
Just fantastic.
Yeah.
And this is what you really want to see against a Dallas defense because they aren't that great against the run, and you're running to pass.
Yes, exactly. Oh! That's poppycock.
Oh, great word usage. He's literally going, how? Oh, that's a tough break.
Says, bruh, what the heck are these refs on?
I caught the ball with both hands. It's really funny to watch Jalen McMillan work through this.
Yeah, remember he got that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty last week for talking a lot of junk. All right, so 3rd and 5 for the Bucs. Again, might be a 2-down setting. Or no, is it 2nd down? Yeah, it should be 2nd down.
And are the Bucs challenging this?
I don't know. Something weird happened, though. Nope, 3rd down. Now I'm getting confused. Bucs guy says that was replay assist. Refs called it complete. Yeah, 3rd down. Let's see how Tampa Bay can do. There's 5 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter. Offenses look great the last 2 drives, but if they only have 7 points, can't say fantastic. Rashad White in the game. Oh, high snap. Baker corrals it. Steps up. Trying to throw. Oh, Tristan Wirfs is down.
That's not good.
Yeah, he's limping. Yeah, high snap. Yeah, he just got steamrolled. Which is very rare. And then the tackler landed on Tristan Wirfs after.
Yeah, I mean, that was just, I don't think he was prepared for that bull rush.
Yeah. So Bucs are going to punt. Oh,
he did it. What a play. What a play.
I thought, I thought his foot touched the end line. Yeah.
Evan Deckers.
Well, I was also confused too because there was a defender or a special teamer down there who was 5 yards in the end zone.
Yeah.
So that was odd. It didn't. Maybe there was a blocker on him, but yeah, I don't know. That was weird. Okay. Okay.
Any good comments?
Yeah, let's get to some. Felix Schmidt says, keep feeding Bucky. It's not a bad idea. Number one, Bucs fan says, why is there replay assist outside of 2 minutes? Yeah, they started implementing that this year where if it's like a clear call that they can just fix right away, they'll do it for the sake of time management. Tyler Ravel says, Barton always high snapping or holding, still a good rookie. Well, there was the high snap on that last drive, but the other one earlier, Baker just kind of bobbled. I wouldn't put that one on Grant Barton. Stephen Reed says, why go away from the run on 2nd and 5? I mean, Liam Cohen's creative. You know, he does different stuff, and he doesn't want to stay predictable.
Yep. 2nd and 5 is a really good play action opportunity, too.
Bucs fan says, yeah, McMillan still needs some work, but I say keep feeding him. He just needs more snaps. Yeah, I mean, you would have liked him to make that catch, but he certainly played a lot better. All right, 4:14 to go. We'll see if the Bucs can get the ball back. Chris Braswell in the game at outside linebacker. Nice coverage. It ends up being incomplete anyway, but the Bucs had that snuffed out. Blitzing Kayvon Merriweather, and you had Levante David on the coverage of Ferguson. Second and 10. They're going to run it with Dowdle. Nice
Great
job by Greg Gaines.
Greg Gaines.
Remember, Greg Gaines was like the most important guy when the Bucs beat the Lions in week 2 because Vita Vea got injured, and obviously Kalijah Kancey wasn't playing. He was in for a large majority.
First drive of the game for Dallas, the Bucs gave up a 3rd and 9 for a touchdown. They really need to make this stop right here.
They do. Right here, right now.
Yeah, Kalijah Kancey, it looked almost like he was standing up in the A-gap there.
Isgian cannot make the tackle.
He's saying he got the knee down.
Do you challenge it?
Let's see if Bowles does it.
They'd have to move quickly.
Looks like Dallas is moving quickly. Yep.
Damn, too bad that didn't go off the foot of Hunter Lepke.
Looks like Dallas was not certain that he didn't get the knee down.
When was the last time Todd Bowles challenged something? I feel like it's been a little while.
I don't know. Let's see here.
I think it would have been a first down.
Yeah, and a good non-challenge.
Yeah.
Izzy wrong.
But he believes in himself. Bucs send Levante. How is that not a hold?
That looked like a hold to me.
Levante David literally just got
He
tackled.
got bear hugged. Is that Cooper Beebe who did that? No. Dowdle. One thing you got to give Izzy credit for was his acting skills on saying the knee was down. Basically wasted first down for Dallas.
Maybe he does a little theater, the local Tampa spots in his off time.
It's possible.
All right, 3rd and 4. Bucs send a blitz. Nobody home. Rush goes down the field. There's a flag. It's caught by Lamb.
Wow.
And he's tackled at the 10. But he's shaken up.
There is a flag, and Zion is is
Very angry.
livid. He is livid.
You won't like him when he's angry.
That is true. Let's
I
see
can't
if
even
that's what
picture
the flag is.
McCollum angry. He's just happy all the time.
So maybe they get CD for the push on the
Yeah,
back.
maybe. You did push him.
Yeah. And that's where that flag is. And there's no way it's on Zion. Defensive holding.
Come on.
Defensive holding.
Yeah, I don't get it. Bucs are going to be in a tough spot. Cowboys don't need to run a play either, so might as well try to get the extra 3 yards. Or 5 yards, but free 5 yards. Oy vey, Bucs fans. Your favorite team's only scored 7 points. But they do get the ball to start the second half.
That is true.
We have a super chat from Michael. Thank you, Michael, for this $1.99 super chat. Says, has over on passing yards ever missed against the Bucs defense? It probably missed with Aiden O'Connell. It definitely missed with
the Giant.
Yeah. But everyone else, yeah, probably.
Actually, Herbert. I think the under hit on Herbert too.
Hoy boy, yeah, especially that second half.
So
we have a $1.99 super chat. I'm sorry?
So 3 out of the last 4 games.
Yeah. David Hubert, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. Who follows up with, I messed up my super chat. These refs are trash.
I can't disagree.
Virgin Boys with the $1.99 super chat, thank you, says, how much are they paying these refs? I don't know. Jerry Jones gets screwed over a lot as well. But if there's anyone paying the refs, it would be him. Good point by Bucs guy who says, dude, they declined the penalty anyways. CD burned Zion. They didn't burn him. They were like step for step with each other. But nonetheless, he made the play. I like this from Decal03. How about we play better? A very good suggestion.
Oh. It's unfortunate for Zion because he had such a great start to the season. But where most of the team has been playing better in the back half, even with the push off, he's regressed a good bit.
Gabriel Perales says Arthur Blank is paying these refs. Yeah, that'd be another good candidate because they need the Bucs to lose. Narav says if the OPI was called offsetting penalties, that also is true. All right, 1st and 10, 2 minutes to go. I think the Bucs start using their timeouts just a little bit, just a wee bit. They're gonna run it with Turpin. He's fast, but he's not bigger than Vita Vea, who tosses him.
He may be fast, but Vea is large.
Yeah. And like, was Turpin really going to say something to Vita after this? What is he going to say? What is he going to do? Yeah. Don't think so, buddy. And he didn't even slam him. He just kind of threw him. Yep, Bucs call timeout. we have a very nice comment from Swee, who says, I must say, you gentlemen are much better callers of the game than tonight's call. Well, thank you very much, Swee. That's very sweet of you to say.
Appreciate
Jeff the
it.
Champ is laughing at the Arthur Blank paying. All right, 2nd and 10. Cooper rush throwing over the middle. It's caught by who else but CeeDee Lamb, who breaks a tackle and is down to the 1.
Just
Maybe in the end zone. I thought he was in.
it looks like he's in.
Might
They're
as well, and then you can just review it and be like, yeah, he's down at the 1.
And just
Yeah,
okay,
he's
so
down.
no, yeah, he's going to be down at the 1. But even so, Cooper Rush just way too much time and way too comfortable in the pocket there. And then Lamb forced 3 missed tackles on that.
Yeah,
then,
that too.
Yeah, and hats off to Izzy for getting him down. But again, this is another one where Izzy goes to make a tackle and the ball carrier gets another 2-3 yards. Just struggles.
Bucs defense has regressed back to making below average QBs look like Hall of Famers. Yeah, he was down. And if you're the Cowboys, I mean, you either force the Bucs to call a timeout or you let that clock run and you score with like a minute. So, yeah, a little bit of a tough spot for the Bucs, who cannot afford to lose. We waited all day for this game, and the Bucs just not performing in prime time.
Tell me if you've heard that one before.
Yeah. And Cowboys got to run it. Ezekiel Elliott gets in after running square into the back of one of his offensive linemen. Ezekiel Elliott scores.
It's a rough one.
City. Might not be the worst time to live bet the Bucs.
I grabbed them at plus when they were just about to go down 10-0. It was plus 110, I think, at the time.
Extra point is good. Bucs trail by 13. Right now it's at plus 175. And I could use some passes to Rashad White right now or Mike Evans. Diesel Roche, trying to give some help to Adam Slavon, says most disappointing first half. Shep, defense, and the refs. That's fair. BS83, any chance they score some points before the half? Yeah, it's very likely. I mean, Bucs have a good passing game. They have one timeout and over a minute, even more. They still got a minute 45, so they could be a one-possession game by the end of this quarter. Tim Ford says, lose tonight and they are out of the playoffs. Falcons won't lose again. I don't know. They play the Commanders next week. Something's got to give. But the Commanders winning today really hurts the Bucs. But it is what it is. Bucs Basement says, Merry Xmas, Bucs fans. Bowles is almost gone. We'll see. Jeff the Champ says, well, if the Bucs keep this up, we'll almost certainly keep Cohen and Bowles will be out. Again, Let's relax just a little bit. Number one Bucs fan says, I hate that we make average quarterbacks look great. Yeah, I'd say even below average quarterbacks look like Hall of Famers. Tim Ford says, how does it hurt the Bucs, Matt? We beat them, didn't we? Yes, but I'm talking about the Commanders, but the Bucs don't have the same record as the Commanders. They were a game behind them going into this week, and then the Commanders won again. So they now have 10 wins. So Bucs at least just have to tie the Commanders, but if they lose, they'd be 2 games behind Washington with 2 to go. So,
and then you also have to consider if you're trying to beat out the Commanders for the playoffs, you've now given up that home playoff game.
Yes, that too. Pat Williams says, so this could be our season. Yeah, not entirely.
No.
But if they lose, next week is guaranteed must win. I mean, they're all must win at this point, but then you have to win. And you hope that the Commanders beat the Falcons so then you can control your own destiny.
Yep.
But there is a scenario where the Bucs lose tonight, they win their next game against Carolina, and the Commanders lose their final 2 games.
Matt, the Bucs have looks like they could be without yet another safety. Kayvon Merriweather is questionable to return.
Oh, boy. Yep, Bucs Communications just tweeted that out. Well, also, let's see if Tristan Wirfs is back out on this drive.
That will be an interesting thing to note. He is superhuman.
That he is. And I think that's him.
Yep.
Baker starts off this drive, thrown to the outside. It's caught by Evans, and he gets out of bounds. So, well done by everybody. Mike makes a catch. He gets out of bounds. You move the yards a little bit more for Mike's career receiving, and Bucs get a first down.
Interesting on that last rep with regards to Wirfs. He is one of the offensive tackles in the NFL who is given the least amount of help in terms of chips.
Yes.
And they've got Payne Durham over there working on whoever Wirfs
Oh!
as Sterling Shepard holds on to that one over the middle, plus a flag.
Yeah, let's see.
Just to finish my thought while we're waiting for the flag, last 2 reps, the Bucs have put Payne Durham to Wirfs' side and had him chip that defender.
Yeah, Mike Evans drew a holding penalty on Deron Bland, so that penalty's declined, and Shepard makes a good catch.
Yep.
Takes a tough hit, paying the price for dropping the pass earlier in the game. All right, let's get a Rashad White screen. How about that? Rashad White. Mike Evans, that works too. First down, Tampa Bay. And within seconds, the Bucs have driven down the field. They will hold on to that timeout. Dallas has 3 timeouts as well, so probably be like, you know what? Go ahead and score. We'll take the ball back. Oh, that ball looked like it was tipped. Durham makes the catch regardless and gets an extra yard or 2 and finally goes out of bounds. So, bing, bang, boom. Bucs are down the field. .131 passing yards for Baker in this first half. Let's go. Rashad White screen. Give the ball to Rashad White. Please. Rashad. Up to the end zone. No, too far. Make it 3rd and 4. Yes, the field goal was good. Exactly 1 minute to go. Bucs can make this a 1-possession game with a touchdown. And they do get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. So looking to get that double dip going.
You know whose name you really haven't heard all game yet?
everyone's name because we don't have the volume on.
That is a very good point. I was going to say Micah Parsons does not have a pressure.
Right. Wow, they ran it with Rashad White. He gets the first down.
What?
Hey, that was close.
On the draw.
Oh, yeah, Micah Parsons with the tackle.
Micah Parsons, we finally get a sighting.
A gutsy call by Liam Cohen, but it works as Tampa Bay gets the first down. I respect it. Almost disastrous, but it works. I don't. Yep, so Bucs called their last timeout. Kind of makes sense, given how close they are. It's not like they have to scramble far or anything. Yep, they're showing the playoff picture here. And that's right. With the Seattle loss, the Rams take their spot as the division leader. I don't know what the tiebreaker is with the Rams. So if the Bucs do win, would they get that third seed? 1st and 10 for the Bucs. Baker's going to start scrambling. It throws over the middle.
Touchdown, Jalen McMillan.
Touchdown. Tampa Bay, Jalen McMillan scores his 4th touchdown in the last 3 games. He's turning into a touchdown machine. And Tampa Bay cuts the Cowboys' lead to 20-13 with the extra point coming up. And what a great drive by the Bucs with 1:45 when they started.
Awesome move by McMillan there at the top of his stem with the little stutter step and an outside kind of fake before coming across. Yeah, that's going to be a catch. This one, there's no doubt on.
Yeah.
Matt, I want to take a little victory lap for you and I because Jalen McMillan, who has come on over the last 4 or 5 weeks, I do distinctly remember it was you and I on a Victory Monday. I want to say after the Giants game, where we talked about, even though he did not have much production in that game, that he was looking better. And ever since we discussed that, he has just been absolutely nails for the Bucs. So kudos to us. Kudos to Jalen.
Yeah, kudos to you. You were really the first one that got it rocking and rolling. Yeah, Jalen McMillan's a touchdown machine. I love this comment from King Cook as well. It says, I love our O-line, bruh. A whole bunch of Jensen Juniors. LOL. I'm saving that comment. That's a funny one. Tom says, defense needs to stop blitzing. It's not working against Cooper. I mean, they're not getting home with – they're really not getting any pressure regardless of what they're doing. So
it is a good point. It's something I noted when we did our Pewter preview or Pewter predictions that Cooper Rush against the blitz this year has actually been nails. 5 touchdowns, 1 interception, QBR rating over 100. Pressure to sack ratio is only like 16%. He's really good against the blitz. That's really all that Todd Bowles knows how to do. So it'll be interesting. And do you really trust the Bucs pass rush to get home with just 4? That's the real question.
I don't. Problem is, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
Yeah.
We got some super chats to get to. Thanks to Virgin Boys for the $4.99 super chat. Says all those people that said McMillan can't catch needs to take that back, baby. LFG. Yeah, he's had some tough drops. Like even week 1 when he was wide open, he made up for it later in the game with a touchdown. And yeah, he made up for it here, scoring another touchdown. So yeah, McMillan. they're trying to gain trust every week as the Cowboys immediately get into field goal range. The Bucs just can't stop anything right now. And Revfish, thank you for the $1.99 super chat, says, dumb taking that tone out that early. Not exactly sure what you mean, but thank you for the super chat.
This has not been a good game for Levante David.
Nah. Yeah, Bucs. Rough first half for the defense.
Yep.
He's at 200. He's going to throw for 500 yards. Bucs Basin with the $2 super chat says, defense is horrendously coached. My God.
I mean, some of this isn't coaching. I mean, Levante David's just getting exploited in coverage rep after rep. And, I mean, what are the coach? They just can't tackle. Like, that's been some of the biggest issues.
Yep, wide open. And now Mike Edwards looks like he's hurt. Nope, never mind.
Having Yaya Diaby not just drop, but come across the entire middle of the field to take away the hot route on a blitz is not what I would call marrying your coverage to your blitz package.
Rush finds Ferguson. Tackled by Isian. 25 seconds to go. Dallas has one timeout remaining.
And they are already in field goal range.
Oh,
there's a sack. Yaya Diaby and Kalijah Cansey.
Oh, my goodness. I got to play the video. Do I even have the video? Yeah. And finally, we can do the Sub-Zero sack. Yaya Diaby. Came so close to getting that ball out, too. Let's say, finally, a Yaya Diaby sack. Been waiting all season. Hashtag Bucs. All right, 10 seconds to go. Rush down the field. He's got a guy open. Oh.
Wow, that was close.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Zion McCollum getting physical at the catch point. That's what you need to see out of him.
Yep. It's able to stop Tolbert.
That was still very close. Tolbert with absolutely incredible concentration there.
All right, here comes Aubrey. 58-yarder.
That is good.
Easy peasy. So Bucs will trail 9 at halftime. Following the Aubrey field goal. Was that already 3 for him in this game?
23. Yes.
So not a fantastic half. don't know what Todd Bowles is saying right now. Just miscommunication. Pour me another drink. You know what? Since we're at halftime, let's do a little ad. We'll talk about our friends over at Autograph. If you're wondering what Autograph is, it's what you already do as a fan. You know, people have asked us, are we going to have a Pewter Report app? And the answer is no, because you essentially have a Pewter Report app when you sign up with Autograph. It's absolutely free. Just download the app. It's available on Androids and iPhones as well. And it was co-founded by Tom Brady, the former Bucs quarterback, on the belief that devotion should be rewarded and the future of fandom belongs to the fans. It's what we already do. It's reading blogs, listening to podcasts, watching breakdowns, and it's put all in one place that earns you rewards for every act of fandom that you do. They currently have it for football, obviously, but they have it for the NBA and WNBA, Major League Baseball, and fantasy football, along with NCAA sports, and more sports are on the horizon. So read Pewter Report news, watch Pewter Report videos and podcasts, and get rewarded in one free app using the promo code Pewter to sign up. That's PEWTER. And check out our friends over at Autograph. Got some chats to get to, super chats.
And while you do that, Matt, is it okay? I gotta restart my computer. It's running a little bit slow. So if it's all right with you, I'm gonna drop off and come back in as quick as I can.
For sure. We will see you soon.
Thank you.
All right. Let's get to these super chats. Super chats. The super chatty. Yow. That just popped in my head. Where did we leave off? So Bucks Basement with the $2 super chat says, so this isn't the Broncos game. Want to retract that? No, I mean, the Bucs offense couldn't move the ball at all against the Broncos, and they had the worst offensive game statistically. The Bucs have put up 14 points, so they're on pace for their 28 to 30 points, threshold. The problem is the Bucs defense, but we've seen that from the Bucs defense all season long. So that's why I would say it's not like the Broncos game. Also, the Bucs have been a better team in the second half. They found success running the football with Bucky Irving. The problem is he can't go behind all that much, if you want to win the game. So I still don't think it's like the Broncos game. If anything, it's more like the Thursday night loss to the Falcons, if you want to do a comparison. Kyle Driver, thank you for the $2 super chat, says, I hate watching this team at night. They stink at night. They are not good in primetime. They weren't with Bruce Arians in 2020. They didn't do a good job last year up until the Monday night game. They don't play well in primetime. Thanks to YO Bucko with the $1.99 super chat. It says, silver lining, we keep going if we miss the playoffs. Yeah, I mean, if the Bucs don't get into the postseason, it's largely because of their defense and what their defense hasn't been able to do this season. And again, it's not anything against Todd Bowles. To me, the biggest issue for the Bucs and why it'd be so difficult of letting Liam Cohen go is because Liam Cohen's 39. He's still got plenty of years of coaching ahead of him. Todd Bowles is in his 60s. He hasn't been all that successful as a head coach, whether it was his time with the Jets or, even with the Bucs. Remember, he went 8-9 and 9-8. This is going to be his best year with Tampa Bay, depending on how the season ends. So are you willing to stick with Todd Bowles and essentially give up the chance to have a coach that's going to be with you for the next 10 years, be the next Sean McVay, Shanahan, all of those guys. It's a very difficult thing to kind of weigh out. And sure, everybody here just be like, oh, well, yeah, it's easy. Just get rid of Bowles. But, you have relationship with these people. I understand it's a business, but yeah, I don't know. It's not the easiest thing. Looks like Josh is ready to go. So we're going to bring Josh back on. Hello, Josh. Welcome.
Hello.
Was having this conversation with the super chats, and we talked about it on the show before, but curious to get your thoughts. So, obviously, Liam Cohen has been in the conversation about potential future head coach, all that fun stuff. How it'd be very difficult to let Liam Cohen leave. I think what is one of the toughest things to decide is, like Liam Cohen's 39. He's got plenty of coaching years ahead of him, where he could be the next McVay, Shanahan. I know McDaniel's not having a great year with the Dolphins, but in terms of just great offensive minds, like if you think that he has that potential to be that guy, you hire him as your head coach now. You could have him for the next 20 years theoretically if everything goes by in the right way. Is that like one of the biggest factors in all of this when it comes down to like Liam Cohen and Todd Bowles? Just to like your opinion. I don't know what the right answer is.
I mean, it certainly plays a factor. I think the important thing to do is to consider both of your options at the end of the season, right? Because everybody continues to say you got to get rid of Bowles and promote Cohen when the Bucs are currently division leaders. Entered today as the number 3 seed, and you don't know what their playoff future is going to look like. So, but once the season is over, I think from a process standpoint, you have to consider the injuries that Bowles has had to deal with this year. And yes, you can compare that to the injuries that Cohen has dealt with and say that Cohen has dealt with those injuries much better than Bowles, and there's something to be said for that. But you also have to consider the soft skills that I think is where Todd Bowles really thrives. It's not necessarily that he's a defensive genius, but you talk about the culture. You talk about for 2 seasons in a row, he has been able to weather a 4 or 5, 6 game losing streak, keep his team engaged in the season, and then vault them right back to the front of the division and put them in a place where they could potentially go to the playoffs and host a playoff game. His players absolutely love playing for him. You see no locker room turmoil. Those are the skills that typically when you look at the best head coaches in the NFL, those are the things that are common thread things. And I think that has to be considered when evaluating Bowles and whether you keep him. I think another big part of the conversation, and Scott has done a really good job of documenting this, is how will Bowles at the end of the season, I think this is part of the conversations that Jason Light and the Glazers ownership would have with him before considering whether to move on, is how will he respond to the challenges that his defense has faced this year? Does that mean he's willing to make some coaching changes to see if he can't bring in some position coaches who can get more out of? There's a lot of talent on this defense. It's not at every position. There are certainly some areas where they're going to have to upgrade the players, but I don't think that it's an understatement to say there are some players who are probably underperforming their talent level, and Bowles has basically had the same defensive coaching staff for decades at this point. So is he willing to make some changes, bring in some new blood? So I think all of that goes into it. And then you weigh all of that against what could Liam Cohen be. The other thing that I think is becoming a foregone conclusion is everyone expects Cohen to jump for the next head coaching spot. I don't know if that's necessarily the case. And you have some precedent of a very well thought of, Ben Johnson in Detroit, making sure that he picks his spot. And I think this is finally the year that Ben Johnson is going to pick to go to a head coaching gig. And maybe that's the only one that Cohen really thought, that's the one I want to go for. I think young offensive coordinators are starting to find out very quickly that it's not just about taking the next head coaching job, but it's taking the right head coaching job to put yourself in a place that you can succeed. And you've seen some guys kind of take that next one and they don't have the infrastructure for success, or they go to a team where the team is not known for stability and setting coaches up to succeed. And those guys are quickly kind of cycled out of town. So you add all of that up, and I don't think it's as cut and dry as Liam Cohen looks like he's phenomenal, and so you have to get rid of Todd Bowles. So
that's a really great point, because I think a big difference too, if we look at head coaching positions and taking one, like Canales, when he left the Bucs to go to the Panthers, he kind of needed to do that because nobody was talking about Dave Canales and being a potential head coach the way that we're all talking about Liam Cohen. So regardless of what happens to Tampa Bay in the second half of this game and the next two, if Cohen doesn't, become a head coach this offseason, odds are he's going to be talked about it again next season, the same way that we're doing it with Ben Johnson. And if Cohen believes in himself and that he'll have a better opportunity next year, then that very much could play a huge role in all of this, where Canales, it seemed like, well, if you don't take the Panthers job, you may not get another head coaching job, at least this offseason. Who knows what would have happened in Tampa as well. So, yeah, definitely great insight on that one. Let's rattle through some more of these super chats. Bucs Basement, thank you for the $2, says this defense is horrendously coached. My God. Yeah, we've talked about some of the assistant coaches and their issues. Virgin Boys, thanks for the $1.99, says we get the ball at halftime. If we score, we're good. Yeah, I mean, the Bucs offense can keep them in any game. I have no doubts that they'll come out swinging on this opening drive. Josh Weiss, thank you for the $1.99 super chat, says that field goal is on Bowles' time management. A little bit. I mean, at the end of the day, I think you just got to try to score. You're not thinking, I think people have issues with him calling the timeout after Rachaad White rushing. I didn't hate the timeout, but also, I mean, your defense has got to get a stop with 45 seconds. I don't care if there's 3 timeouts. But yeah, I think there was a little bit of a factor into that. Redfish, thanks for the $4.99 super chat, says thanks for calling that timeout with 52 seconds left, Todd. Shades of Kansas City and Detroit this year in 2023 Houston games. Yeah, the Houston one was the toughest, the way that one was going. Bucs Basement, $2 super chat. Thank you. Says, once again, Bowles timeouts help opponents. He's never been great with the timeouts. Rhinoverse, thank you for the $6.99 super chat. Says, watch Bowles blame defensive communication again. How many resources can we add to outside linebacker with zero return on our investments? Certainly need an upgrade. Bucs Basement, thank you for the $5 super chat. Says, for the love of God, Matt, it's been 3 years of Bowles, 3 years of mediocrity, winning a crap division. Don't you want better for barely 500 every year? Yeah, I'm not saying that the Bucs should hold on to Todd Bowles. I'm just weighing out all the options.
Yeah. I think the other thing that gets lost in the context is Bowles has done all of this in a post-Tom Brady era. Most teams that lose a Hall of Fame quarterback after investing a ton of resources into a Super Bowl window tend to go into, a nosedive and have to rebuild. Yeah. So I think that that's an important context there. And I'm not saying that Bowles absolutely has to be kept after this. I'm just saying I don't think that it's as cut and dry as a lot of people who are frustrated seem to make it out to be. And one of the things that I'm trying to pull it right now, the Bucs are working with $62 million in dead cap hits right now this season. Mm-hmm. That is a quarter of their salary cap. Dead money.
Not easy.
Nope. And
what kind of looks easy is when Bucky Irving runs the football, who just got 5 yards on their first play.
There you go.
Sorry, Josh. Didn't mean to cut you off.
No. Absolutely. We're back to the game. That's way more interesting than me going over Excel sheet numbers.
2 more super chats to get to as well. Thank you to Tyler Lavelle for this $2 super chat. Says, pull away from the blitz now or go all in for the second half. Oh, they can't keep playing like they did in the first half defensively. And Rich B, we'll get to this after the Bucs' second down play, which is another run to Bucky Irving. And look at that. Bucky Irving gets a first down. Rich B says, I get what Josh is saying about Bowles, but he is the head coach during these losing streaks, so we can't only praise him for the response each year. I understand getting tired about, like, we're going to do this every year, 5 losses in a row, followed by 5 and 6 wins, or 4 losses, whatever it is.
I also think that their schedule has been very unique 2 years in a row, where it has been set up to be a gauntlet at the front half of the year and then cupcake at the second half. I think if the disbursement of good and bad teams was a little bit more even throughout the year, you would see a little bit of a different streakiness from the Bucs.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable as well. As they do a little screen pass to Rachaad White, gets a couple of yards.
Hey, that helps your
It does, yes.
couple there.
Unless they consider that a backwards pass and it's a running play. I don't think so, though.
I don't think so.
Baker under center, Bucky in the backfield. 5 seconds to go on the play clock. Better hurry! Better hurry! 2, 1! They're done. They're done. No, they got it off.
Looks like they did.
And Bucky Irving gets a first down, Tampa Bay. Oh, boy, that was worrisome. As Nicola Legistina says, pounding that rock.
And again, against the Cowboys, and this was interesting in the first half because these last couple of games, it looked like Cohen was building game plans specific to the defense he was facing. And following that logic, you would have thought that the Bucs would have run the ball more in the first quarter. They didn't.
Yeah.
They were passing. I like this kind of game plan against this specific defense. And Payne Durham is turning into a real weapon. Oh, my God.
It's covered by Baker. And then Tristan Wirfs jumps on top of Tristan Wirfs.
He just sumo flopped on Baker.
Yeah. So it was about to be a 2nd and 1. It's now 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that's
I was about
tough.
to say, Payne Durham carving out a nice little game.
Yeah.
But not with that mistake. Almost was down, too. So yeah, ends up being a 3-yard gain. Bucs go play action. Now it's a screen to Bucky, who's got blockers in front of him. Bucky
Look at Wirfs out in front.
All right, Tristan holding up okay.
He is superhuman.
Well done with Bucky. And now Micah Parsons looks a little shaken up.
Well, going 12 rounds with Luke Gedeke will do that to you.
Yeah. Pony package. They're going to run it with Bucky, though, who now hit over on his rushing yard. So, well
There you
done,
go.
Bucky.
Halfway there for you. What was the line on Rashaad's receiving yardage?
So when I got it, and I did it on Thursday or Friday, so it was a little bit lower, but it was 18 and a half receiving yards.
So he's at 8 right now.
Yeah, little ways to go, but hey, one big screenplay to him and could do the trick, or he could get it right now.
Yep.
Oh, Baker, just get rid of it, dude.
That was close.
Yeah, there's a penalty on the play. I have a feeling it's going to be holding on the Bucs.
Might be Gedeke.
Yeah, they are going to get him.
Yep. Been praising him all night long.
That's how it goes, right? Baker and shotgun now. Oh, boy. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, no.
Oh, and
Baker
he
lost
gave
the
it
ball.
up.
It's loose.
And he gave it up.
Oh. Baker trying to be a hero. Backfires.
Just take the sack, my guy. Sometimes just live to fight the next play.
Baker's complaining about getting hit in the head. Does he have full possession of it,
No, he doesn't.
Either way, that's going to be a huge loss for the Bucs.
Oh, yeah. Third and forever. Just going to shotgun run it. They may be out of field goal range now.
Yeah, I mean, they were going to be if he gets sacked. Yeah, it's tough, especially with the way the Bucs defense is played. I don't know. This is weirdly kind of reminding me of. Remember last year? It was New Year's Eve, where the Bucs, all they had to do was beat the Saints at home in Tampa, and they would have won the division, and they didn't. And then they had to go and beat the Panthers the next week to officially clinch. Feels like that a little bit now, where the Bucs just have to win out. It's a favorable schedule, not playing well. And it may come down to Commanders helping the Bucs next week. Oh, Baker. Well, now it's time to pepper Mike Evans. Good point by BS83. Said all started with the Durham fumble. That is true. The Bucs were looking at 2nd and 1. And then, yeah, it changed a lot. Mr. Wright 1 or Mr. Wright _1 says, don't you have to have full control and both feet in to recover a fumble?
Well,
I don't know.
Elbow or knee counts as 2 feet. So, but it does not look like he had possession. Yep, they're calling it third down.
They're saying third down, but it's going to be third and 100. So not the worst scenario. And I don't know if that's a helmet. I mean, he hits Baker's helmet, but because it's a loose ball,
right?
I don't think it becomes roughing the passer because
no.
Fumbles are essentially the wild, wild west.
Right.
Yeah, so it's the 3rd and 40.
3rd and 40.
Oh, this would be great for a screen to Rashad White. Yes, Rashad White. Nope. Oh, Peyton Durham. Did he catch it?
I think he still caught it.
Rashad White was right there.
Oh, they're calling it incomplete.
Rough drive for Peyton Durham. Yes. Modern day hospital ball. Boom. Something about Bucs tight ends just get roughed up more than any other player. Up the very dangerous Turpin. Oh, man, Evan Decker's very close to having the game of his life between the trying to down the ball earlier and then that play, but ends up being a pretty good return.
Yep. Dallas going to have it, just outside the 50?
Looks like
and the
it.
Bucs have been completely unable to shut down their offense.
Nucky if you bucky. Nucky if you bucky. Oh, Cowboys go and play action. Rush has all the time in the world and hits a wide open receiver. Oh, boy. Defense has no answers. Very little pass rush. No answers. False start. Saw it with my own eyes. The good news, though, Bucs fans, is if you hold the Cowboys to a field goal, it's still a two-possession game.
This is true.
Joe M says, big plays are killing us. One or more every drive. There you go. That's what they needed.
Well, this is just McCarthy screwing himself.
Right.
After a false start, you're going to try and run. It's the only thing you haven't been able to do all day is run the ball.
CeeDee Lamb getting looked at by the doctor, who it's just funnier when you see like a doctor or a lawyer in like a gigantic cowboy hat. It's just funnier.
It is. Cowboys running backs have 9 carries for 10 yards on the game. And a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 1-yard touchdown.
This will not count as a run because it was a screen, but Dowdle gets a lot back on that screenplay. And we're back to a 3rd and medium. Pretty much what we've seen all night from the Bucs defense against the Cowboys offense.
I think it's a 3rd and 6.
Nicola says, let's pretend it's the 4th quarter and get some urgency. Come on. Third and 6. Who's going to make the play for the Bucs? No CeeDee Lamb on this play either. Rush is rolling out. And Yaya Diaby missed
Yaya.
Yep, Yaya's distraught. Gabriel Perales says, Yaya got juked by Cooper Rush. Horse Renor says, Yaya got juked. And that's coming from the blindside spot as well. Aubrey's kick is good. And so the Bucs are pretty much in the same spot. Still need 2 touchdowns, and they'll take the lead. But now the defense it's dire straits. Like, they really can't allow any more points. Nicole Legistina says, I hope we lose to these field goals. Yaya's doing nothing. Why? Paul, a.k.a. OG Baker, bro, good to hear from you, says, at least no interceptions in the second quarter.
But did Baker make up for the no interceptions in the second quarter with that absolutely killer sack fumble third and 40? Whew, that was a tough
Jen
one.
says, don't speak too soon. Diesel Roche says, come on, Liam, get it going. They were getting it going. Then Baker just tried to be a hero. Chris Genovese says, can we break the Cowboys kicker's leg? Oh, man.
That's mean.
Yeah, especially during the holiday season.
Right.
AJ Constas says, I'm so tired of Bucs primetime football.
I was telling Matt Matera right before this stream that I'm done with Bucs in primetime for completely different reasons. But yes.
Yeah.
I'm all for Sunday
Bucs
at 1
Basement. Bucs Basement with the $2 super chat. Thank you. Says Todd Bowles and must-win games always disappoints.
That's not true. I mean, they won week 18 last year to send them to the playoffs. They won a playoff game. I don't think that one holds all the water.
Chris Genovese says it was a joke. Like, take him out. Yeah, I know. We're just messing around. Rommel Bradley 56 says week 18 last year was a crap show. LOL. That's true. A riveting 9-0 win. But hey, got them into the playoffs.
It did.
Sean Lovegrove says if we don't get a 7:30 a.m. game on a Tuesday in the playoffs, we're in trouble because they're not up to prime time. All right, let's look at the stats too. Mike Evans has 4 catches for 59 yards. We could use a little bit more there. Hey, this is where Mike pops off, kind of like he did against the Chargers last week. Bucs had a good return earlier with Rakim Jarrett. He's not going to test it this time, though. Could use a couple more passes to Rashad White as well. That'd be nice. All right, new drive. 6:33 to go. Bucs are at the 30. Bucky Irving in the game. Mike Evans out to the right. Sterling Shepard goes in motion. They do the end around to Shepard, who stiff arms lands and gets a nice 15 yards and then immediately grabs his hamster string. And it looks like he's going to go to the sideline. But he's taking the ball with him, damn it. That was a nice stiff arm. Yeah, Ryan Miller's all the way outside. And Tampa Bay Trey Palmer. Bucs go play action. Oh, watch out, Baker. Baker's going deep. Baker's going deep down the field for Trey Palmer, and it's overthrown.
And Palmer was open.
With arms wide open. Yeah.
Greatest halftime show ever in that building. Well, no, not
in Dallas. It's probably the old building, but regardless. Yeah, you had Tampa Bay Trey. Just
ref kind of got in the way too.
Man,
Just did not know where. That's a bit on Palmer. I mean, there's no reason for him to turn back to the outside there.
Baker on second down finds Ryan Miller. That'll make it 3rd and medium. Bucs trying to get to midfield. Probably got Rachaad White now. Yep. What's going on? What is going on? Oh, they're calling a timeout? Todd Bowles steaming on the sideline. That's, boy. In a game where you're really going to need each and every timeout. Yeah, what are you going to do? I guess not call a timeout. Bucs Basement says, bye-bye, Bowles. L says, steaming. Wow. Bucs Communications already said Sterling Shepard is out for the remainder of today's game with a hamstring. That's a quick diagnosis. Like,
yeah.
Literally
and
just
the way he pulled up, like,
yeah,
you knew that was completely pulled out.
Heard a crucial 3rd and 6 with 5:10 to go. Bucs down 2 scores. They throw it to McMillan. He's got blockers.
He's fighting through it. That's a first down.
He took a weird ass way to get it, but he got it. Whew. Micah Parsons ends up being one of the guys to make the tackle.
I've seen more physicality and toughness from J-Mac in this game than I've ever seen from him previously.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's been revelatory. I think that's the word I was looking for. Like, that was the biggest knock I had on him coming out of college and even through the first 10, 12 weeks of this season was just a lack of being able to be successful in and through contact. And he's shown a ton of it tonight. It's phenomenal.
A rare run that does not work with Bucky Irving. Just got back to the line of scrimmage. O'Keefe lining up out wide. Baker, get rid of it, dog. Baker throws down the field. Oh, damn. He had Evans, but coming flying down to make the stop is Wilson.
Yeah, he also had his running back a good 3 or 4 seconds before that.
Yeah, that was a tough one because Baker was on the move. So he had to float it, I think, a little bit more than he wanted to. Because if he's able to throw a line drive in there, I think Mike has like 2 more seconds to catch it and kind of brace himself a little bit more.
Yeah, but given how he was rolling out, he couldn't put anything behind the throw.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, the scramble affected the overall velocity of the throw.
Yep.
But again, it's kind of like last week. Mike was able to make the catch, bounced off the defender, and took it to the house. But not this time, unfortunately.
This, to me, is chew down territory. This 3rd and 10,
agree.
You're on Dallas' side of the field. You're down by 2 scores late in the 3rd.
It's a screen to Rachaad White. White heads up the field. He's got a
There's
first
your
down
over.
and more. Rachaad White's
There's
head
your
up.
over.
Oh, it's got a hit. Let's go.
Oh, Matty Diamond.
Don White. Put my reputation on that. Let's go.
Look at Graham Barton getting Parsons out of the way.
Great call. Now the Bucs are at least in. They need touchdowns.
Shot back over receives it.
What's his name? Okay. Anyway, 2nd and 9. Baker steps up, goes flying. What the hell was that?
Rashad White, some more receiving yards for you. Brings up 4th down.
Yeah.
Fourth and 8. I don't think they're in field goal range. Oh, they are.
Chase
I don't
winning
see it.
McLaughlin.
I don't see how the field goal really does a lot.
I know.
Good. Well, I guess it allows a touchdown and a field goal to win it for you if you get defensive stops. Whereas right now you need 2 touchdowns.
I guess so. Kick is up, and it
It's good.
is. You know what it is? It's good. Let's try that again. Now, 26-17. Cowboys lead over the Bucs. What's that math? 43 points. So inching closer to that over of, I think, 48. Yeah, I think it was 48 and a half. Let's see. Oh, no, it was 47 and a half. Let's see if we're missing any super chats. Virgin Boys with a $1.99 super chat, thank you, says, does Baker know he can throw the ball away? Sometimes you wish he would throw it away a little bit quicker. I'm sorry?
I was literally saying about the exact same thing you did. So.
Great minds think alike. BS83 says, field goal is great. Problem is they need 2 stops now. Fields Roche says, Baker's Home Alone t-shirt was foreshadowing for this game. I see. LOL. Clack 5 White staying positive says, need a stop. Let's go defense. Kyle Driver also positive says, we still have a chance. A slim one, but a chance. Shaggy, defense has to get a stop, a turnover preferred. Lord Jimbo 2 says they are doubling or tripling Mike. He's not going to get his 1,000. He still has a chance to get his 1,000. So he was 251 yards away. He's at 59 now. So
192.
Right. So if he gets 100 yards in the next 2 games, or he averages 100 yards for the next 2 games, he'll get it.
I also highly doubt he's not going to get another catch by the end of this game.
Yeah.
Especially down 2 scores. At a certain point, Dallas may go prevent at the end. And
right, exactly.
Rack up 40, 50 yards on the last drive just underneath.
That is true. Yeah, CD's at 6 catches, 100 yards. And Cowboys start off with Rico Dowdle. That'll be the last play of the third quarter. Stan Glassman says, I'd love a turnover here. Fumble. Bucs are due with the amount of times they've lost the football today. Two seconds. That's the end of the fourth quarter. So it's time to put your 4s up, people. Can the Bucs rally in the fourth quarter and come back in this game? We shall see. Should be a fantastic finish, hopefully in the favor of the Buccaneers. And we have a $5 super chat. Horst Renor, thank you, says, let's get a turnover. Punch at the ball like it owes you money.
Yep.
People are going to be owing me money after that Bucky Irving over rushing yards, Rashad White over receiving.
That was good. Are there any other super chats?
There are not.
All right. Just give a quick statistical breakdown. Baker Mayfield, when he does release the ball, has been pretty good today. 21 of 29, 196 yards and a touchdown. It's just been a couple of sacks that he's taken, including that most recent one where he tried to jump over a Cowboys defender laying on the ground that have really kind of sabotaged a few of these drives. Running the ball, Bucky Irving, 14 carries, 65 yards and a touchdown, averaging 4.6 yards per carry. Sterling Shepard did have 1 carry for 14 yards off of motion before hurting his hamstring and going out for the game. Rashad White has 3 carries for 10 yards. That's a 3.3 average. But he's also added 4 catches for 32 yards. Mike Evans has 4 catches for 59 yards on 6 targets. Jalen McMillan has 3 for 31 and a score. Bucky Irving has 3 catches for 24 yards, meaning he is just 11 all-purpose yards away from 100. And then Payne Durham, 4 catches, 22 yards. Unfortunately, a fumble, which kind of put them back on a drive where it looked like they were going to get points. Sterling Shepard has 1 catch for 20 yards. He also had a big drop early in the game. And then Trey Palmer and Ryan Miller each have 1 catch for 4 yards. Bucs on defense have 1 sack. It's shared by Yaya Diaby and Kalijah Cansey. Chris Izzian leads the team with 11 tackles. Levante David has 6. Unfortunately, both of them have a handful of missed tackles, which have led to a lot of Dallas yardage, which has aided them in getting their 26 points thus far.
Thank you very much for the update.
Oh.
Some people are asking about ties. What happens if the Bucs tie this game? And Josh Weiss says, Bowles will call consecutive timeouts in a tie. Oh, look at that. Wide open receiver, big game.
JJ Russell's coming off the best game of his professional career. Could not double that up.
No, was not duplicated. Run to the outside with Dowdle. Short gain.
This is going to be interesting. It looks like Dallas is trying to run the clock, but they can't run the ball. They're just giving away first down when their short passing game can easily act as
a run game.
As a run game. So, I mean, one drop pass or, Cooper Rush is inaccurate on one play, and all of a sudden they're in 3rd and long. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the Bucs almost have to dare the Cowboys to keep running it.
Right.
And they do run it. And the Bucs get a good stop. Oh, but there's a penalty. Oh, what on earth could it be?
I think it might be a horse collar. Nope, holding.
Holding on the offense. So maybe if you're the Bucs, you decline it because you just know they're going to pass it.
I think they're going to pass it no matter what.
No, obviously you wouldn't decline it. Just jokes. We're an entertainment show, people. Obviously sports, but a little bit.
Are you saying you're joshing me?
I feel like you hate when people say that. So
no, I don't mind it.
Yeah, I'm just joking. I'm just playing around. All right, 2nd and 19. Cooper Rush has all day. Was it caught? Oh, but there's another penalty. I think this one's going to be holding again on the Cowboys. Kalijah Cansey got tackled to the ground. He was smothered. Hey, Sunday just says, yeah, slow ass. Sometimes it's the simple comments that are the best. What is we doing? Fouls by both teams, so they offset. So it looks like Tyke had an illegal hands to the face. They say, no. Both teams had a penalty. Therefore, you're going to do the play again. At least they were able to get a hit on Cooper Rush. Okay, they're going to do a screen to Fergie. And goes for a short gain. So Bucs are going to have their best chance of the whole game to get a freaking stop.
Yeah, I mean, this goes without saying, so let's say it out loud. They absolutely cannot let the Cowboys convert on what I think is going to be 3rd and 16.
3rd and 16. 316, Stone Cold Steve Austin. He is from Texas.
There you go.
That's not a good sign. Uh-oh. Rush has time. He dumps it off. Ball, Levante David, a shoestring tackle, gets Schoonmaker.
Levante's missed a couple of big tackles today, but not that one. Big stop for the defense. More the Cowboys doing it to themselves, but you take what you can get.
Okay. Don't do anything silly. Just get the ball back to Baker Mayfield. That was silly. And there's a flag because the refs love all the attention. But again, with how quickly the Bucs can move the ball, there's 11:38 to go. The Bucs have to get themselves into a situation where it's a one-score game with like 5 minutes to go. Looks like Christian Isian just had a stupid penalty. Illegal blindside block on the Bucs. Well, you're already at the 3-yard line anyway. How much further can you move back? Oh, how about a Mike Evans 99-yard touchdown?
That'd be cool.
That'd be dope. And then that really cut into is 1,000 yards. Deal or no deal island? Do they just like run out of ideas? And it's like, all right, we're just gonna combine Survivor.
That's what I've been thinking. Like the very first time I saw it, I was like, that can't be right.
Yeah, it sounds like it would be a spoof TV show, like on another TV show. It's like, oh, like we can't make that dinner. It's Deal or No Deal Island night. Like, you know.
I am a fan of their. I am a fan of the host though. That's Joe May. I can never pronounce his name right.
Yeah.
Manganella.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, he's cool. Was married to Sofia Vergara for a little bit.
I always thought I always thought it was really cool the way they ended up getting together, which was basically like he publicly said he thought she was the greatest thing in the world, and it got back to her, and then she's like,
wow.
well, we should meet. Yeah.
Kind of like Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift.
Oh, that's right, with Taylor.
All right, let's see a lot of Mike Evans. Interesting question from Virgin Boys, and thank you for the $1.99 super chat. It says, why is Palmer on punt returns and not Tucker? Because Sean Tucker does do the kick returns. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question.
You do see that with a lot of teams where the punt returner and the kick returner are not the same,
right?
Which leads me to believe that there's slightly different skill sets required for the two positions. I am not versed enough in special teams to be able to say what that would be.
Tyler Lavelle, thank you for the $2 super chat, says, Baker clutch drive inbound. Mia San Mia says safety coming. The Omni Hotel. Al Britton says, where is our Taylor Swift? Yeah, they don't have, I don't think there's any very famous wives or girlfriends with the Bucs. I mean, Emily Mayfield is pretty well known based on their charity as well. As the Bucs run it with Bucky Irving. Oh, I thought he stayed on his feet for just a second. Gets a little breathing room, but still backed up in the end zone. Lord Jimbo 2 says, Palmer would be great if we had a 4x100 team. That is true.
He is fast.
Yeah, who would be that team? I think it'd be
Dean and Zion would be on it.
Yeah, I was thinking Dean in no particular order. Dean, Zion, Trey Palmer, maybe like Cameron Johnson.
Maybe. Tucker?
Baker gets the snap. Yeah, maybe Tucker. Baker's going to pump fake and run. I love when they do the pump fake, even though you're 5 yards past the line of scrimmage.
It works every time.
Every time it works. I love it.
60% of the time it works.
Bucs going no huddle. I like this.
Every time.
Gabriel Perales says, Baker thinks he's Mike Allstott. Oh, Baker get... Oh, Baker lost the football?
It looks like it.
Baker's on the ground. He's hurt. He's
And they're
he lost the
signaling it's
ball.
Dallas's ball. Yeah, that looks like he's down.
What was that?
That looks like he's down before the ball came out.
And it'll be reviewed because they ruled it a fumble.
Yeah.
Come on, just expedite the review, you morons.
I think they did. Looks
Good.
like Baker's staying out there.
Oh, man. The chaos if Kyle Trask came out in this scenario. Oy vey. All right, 2nd and 14. Bucs running out of time. Yeah, so I don't know whose fault it is. I'm just observing. But Bucky jumped up to help chip on Parsons. Mike Evans in the slot on this play. And no, Bucky!
It was, another snap that Baker had trouble with. Looked like it was kind of up in his face mask. Throws off the timing.
Yeah. Oh, I hope that didn't make his rushes go under. Oh, wait, never mind. He's at 68, so he'll be fine.
Dallas seems to be bringing pressure from the edge, like from the slot on every single rep now.
And I respect the taking the risk, but it also hurts the Bucs a ton.
Who's calling that timeout?
I don't know. Better not be the Bucs, though.
Could you imagine if they only have one time? Oh, Dallas. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think Mike Evans has a catch this half. Again, adds to the drama of his 1,000-yard streak. Oh, boy. Bucs are in a very tough spot. Baker has nowhere to go. I mean, you can't even blame that one on him.
No. I mean, they overwhelmed the offensive line.
Tough. No, yeah. At this point, you have to punt too. I mean, I don't know if you can go for it on 4th and 14.
No, not at all. And this is not Trenton Gill's, or not Trenton Gill. I'm trying to remember. Jack Browning. Thank you. This is not his forte. Although this was a good
solid
punt. Yeah.
Yeah. There is a penalty, of course. Which, if you're Dallas, if it's on the Bucs, you might even say, "Hey, try to do that again, buddy." Yep, illegal formation. Yeah, Baker's going into the blue tent. Uh-oh.
That's not good.
The season could be done if Bakey can't play.
Or Trask Hero Ball.
Trask, inspired by watching his very own Florida Gators win in Raymond James Stadium on Friday, says, you know what, guys? I got this. I'm going to play like it's the SEC championship game against Bama, except we'll win. Oh, yep. Bucs Communication just tweeted, Baker Mayfield is being evaluated for a concussion.
Ooh.
So, could be Trask time.
I think at this point it is.
Like,
I don't think he beats that quick.
Liam Cohen is going to be like, Kyle, you have one job. Throw the ball to Mike Evans.
Or Rashad White on a screen.
Yes. It's a tough one for the Bucs. TVSV says, an absolute atrocious performance today. Yeah, the Fire Bulls contingency will be very, very loud after this game, which you can hear us on the Pewter Postgame show, myself and Scott Reynolds. It will take place probably sooner rather than later. Scott's an old man. He says it himself and definitely does not want to be up that late. So we'll probably get to it pretty quickly. We usually do it after we hear from Bowles and Baker. But if Baker has a concussion, well, they're going to throw Kyle Trask up there for playing one quarter? Will he even get onto the field? Concerning how bad the Bucs defense has been. Rush throwing down the field has nope, they're going to get Dean on a holding. Yikes. Hey, at least it stops the clock. Hit him with the pass interference? Damn. So it would have been holding. County Bucks says 6 targets for Evans is in a must-win game is a joke. Absolute joke. Hey, an incompletion, though, is a win, an absolute win on first down. Virgin Boys with the $1.99 super chat. We appreciate the exchange. Says, yeah, never mind, guys. Bowles is gone, LOL.
That's what people were saying after the Saints game last year.
That they were. Miguel R. says, it's like the Chargers game never happened. That's a week-to-week league.
It is.
Now they run it with Rico Dowdle. Bucs get the stop. Cooper Rush is closing in on 300 yards. Rush has a guy. Oh, nice tackle by Christian Izzy. And so the Bucs are going to get the stop. Up. Baker Mayfield has been cleared to return. So we're going to get Baker.
That man just can't. You can't keep him off the field.
Yeah. I feel like we've made this reference before on the show, but Baker's kind of like in the second Austin Powers when they send that woman to go kill Austin, and he ends up like using her as a shield as like other people are shooting at him, and then he falls off the balcony with her as well. Anyway, Baker's a little bit like a cockroach, and I mean that in a complimentary way, the same way that Todd Bowles said that Micah Parsons is a pain in the ass. He can't keep him out. And we have a 1999 super chat from Mopar Buck. So thank you very, very much. Yeah, Baker's kind of like Rocky. You know, he just keeps going. He can take all these hits and keeps getting after it. But Mopar Buck says 3 years in a row of the same circumstances, 8 and 9 wins. Last game of the season to decide the winner. Same old of the 8 and 9 win Super Bowl team. LOL. I mean, they're doing better. They could improve by 1 game this year if they lose tonight, but then win the next 2. But I understand the annoyance of these major swings with the losing streak and then the winning streak. I don't think it's containable over a long period of time. Tyler Lavelle says, Baker is the Mike Tyson of NFL quarterbacks. I like that. Callie Buck says, you have to get Evans the ball. Feed Mike, says Horse Renor. Felix Schmidt says, feed Bucky and Mike. What? The Bucs run it well, but I don't know how much longer they can rely on running it when
you're down by 2 scores.
They got to score quick.
Yep.
They got to score quick. Somewhat quick. Like, there's 9 minutes to go. They got to score within like 4 minutes remaining. Because remember, they don't have that extra time out, and they've had issues getting stops for the majority of the game. So I don't think the Bucs can be in too much of a position just to be like, all right, 2-minute warning, timeout. Let's get back to it. But yeah, let's get some Mike Evans. How about that? Ah, poor Baker. That's got to be tough for that doctor in the tent. Baker's definitely like, you better effing clear me or you'll never see the light of day. I'm just kidding. He probably didn't threaten him. Ryan S. 1997 says, you're about to see a masterclass in Todd Bowles' clock management. Baker's scrambling. He's running fast, and he's going down the field and smartly slides and says, let's go, boys. We got to keep it moving. Great run by Baker Mayfield. Micah Parsons on the sideline as well. See if the Bucs can take advantage of this. Just keep going no huddle for the whole drive so you can't get Micah Parsons in. Brilliant strategy.
That is a good strategy.
Baker throwing it down the field. Not even remotely close.
Perfect pocket on that one, too.
Yeah. Now Parsons is back, and the experiment is over. Hashtag sad. I didn't think that was going to be the one to get you.
It was.
Baker throwing over the middle.
What a catch.
There's a flag. Stop everything. First of all, what's the ruling on the play?
This is Hockey Lee, right?
This is what?
The Sean Hockey Lee, right?
I don't think so.
Okay.
He's not jacked enough.
I was gonna say he's jacked. That's why I thought it was him.
Oh no, illegal formation on the Bucs. The penalty's declined.
That means they didn't consider it a catch.
Yeah. Dang. Oh, boy. 3rd and 10. It's got to be 2 down territory at this point.
Oh, 100%.
Cowboys have pressure. Baker throwing it down the field. He's got Palmer, who makes the catch. And
Huge
the drive
play.
continues for the Bucs. No time
Huge
to dilly-dally. You need points, and you need it quick. Trey Palmer stepping up huge. All right, now throw it to Mike. Mike Evans, that is. Baker gets the shotgun snap. He was looking to Mike. He's throwing deep down the field for McMillan. He makes that catch.
Oh,
no, they're calling it an interception. Oh. What the heck? It looked like McMillan had it. Wow. McMillan had it and then just... Ah. I legitimately thought we were talking about a
huge touchdown.
Jalen McMillan touchdown.
Yeah.
That was bizarre. Jeez. I mean, I don't hate the play. Just didn't work. Diesel Roche says, and no PI again?
That wasn't pass interference.
Yeah, I thought it was good coverage.
Yeah, he got his head around and was fighting for the ball. He's allowed to fight for the ball.
Buck Spaceman with a $2 super chat. Thank you. Says 15 more days till Bowles is gone. Thank you, Santa. Hey, we'll see what happens. Again, Falcons can very much lose to the Commanders next week. Of course, the Cowboys play like this once they're eliminated from the postseason. Yeah, because at first I thought it was one of those where like they're both holding onto the ball, but you give it to the receiver because Ty goes to the runner type of thing.
That is a tough one.
That felt like the dagger.
Yeah.
Well, at least maybe we can get those Mike Evans yards now. Man. McMillan stiff-armed them, too. What an incredible play. Yeah, Bucks got to be aggressive now. Merriweather. Oh! J.J. Russell could have given it right back to the Bucks.
JJ.
and he just dropped it. Fuck. That was tough. Now the Cowboys are going to be like, I ain't ever throwing it again. Whew. That is tough. That would have given the Bucs the best field position they've had
in
the second half.
Yeah, this exactly.
The Bucs.
Oh,
What a hit by Mike Edwards. They get a stop. So,
and
again, they need to score really quickly.
Time?
In a weird way. I mean, again, not having all 3 timeouts hurts because, I don't know. Weirdly enough, depending on where they are on the field, if it's like 2:35 left, I'd almost kick the field goal and then.
Yeah. No, I know exactly what you're saying. I've always thought that if you're down by a touchdown and a field goal, or you need that to win, and time is of the essence, as soon as you get in field goal range, do it, and then play for the touchdown afterwards.
Yeah, because at this point, it's.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
At this point, it's more advantageous. Whoa. It's more advantageous for the Bucs to be down to kick a field goal and have the ability to stop the clock 3 times versus you score a touchdown with 1:40 to go and you only have those 2 timeouts. And, of course, another special teams penalty on the Buccaneers. Let's see what the odds are now for the Bucs. You can get Tampa Bay at plus 1,400 if you chose them. Pick them right now. And I'm going to plug in my laptop real quick. So for a couple of seconds, we will look at the beautiful Pewter GameDay logo again. All right, I'm back. What'd I miss? Just kidding. I literally just had to move a couple feet. Aha! As Mac Miller would say. RIP Mac. Hot Coldman says, sadly, the defense has gotten the stops, but the offense is pooping themselves. Just some tough turnovers, yeah. Brian J says, it's hilarious some of you thought we would win 7 straight games. I did say it would be difficult to win, for any team to win 7 in a row. But I also did pick the Bucs to win down the stretch in their final 4 games. And that is certainly on the ropes. Larry Fisherman says, love Mac Miller. Yeah, wasn't Larry Fisherman like his, like another pseudonym or like another name that he had? But yeah, Mac Miller was great. Love the mixtape, kicking the incredibly dope squat, otherwise known as Kids. Lord Jimbo 2 says, imagine going to war with Todd Foles. That was funny. King Cook says, RIP Mac Miller for sure. Yeah, Larry Fisherman says, yes, it is another name for him. Bucs fan says, yeah, 2-3 bad games. Bulls 2-3 good games. Oh boy, Bucs are in dire straits at the moment.
That they are. I was just trying to. You said you got them for, or you had the line at 1,400 plus 1,400. I was just gonna try and lay some more money on them, but the book I use does not. It's not even up for it.
Oh damn. Baker slings it. It's caught by Evans, so gets a couple extra yards. Got to keep it moving. Tick, 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 tick. Let's go. 4 minutes to go. 1st and 10. Baker throws over the middle, caught by Rachaad White. All right, it'd be 2nd down. They got to move. Tick, 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 tick.
Dallas just giving them all this underneath stuff because it takes so much time.
Come on, throw to Mike. Throw to Mike. Throw to Mike. Baker stepping up. Gonna run. Juking some people. Gets to almost midfield. Tick, 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 tick. Again, I think you gotta go field goal and save the time.
Right? Yeah. No, I agree.
Unless,
especially if you get the 2-minute warning as your third stoppage on the other side of the possession.
Good catch by Durr. And that's where not having the last timeout hurts, because if you have all three, you can go and score and just worry about the field goal later. But only having two makes a big impact. All right, Bucs chipping away. Baker throws the towel. He's not throwing in the towel. He throws something. Baker to the right side, caught by McMillan, who gets out of bounds. That's crucial as it stops the clock with 3:06 remaining in the 4th quarter. Cowboys bring a blitz. Baker throws. Oh, I don't know if he got his foot in.
By McMillan.
They're giving him the catch. Nice.
Yep. See, now this is where I'd take that field goal right now.
So now it's tough because you have 3:01 and they've gotten out of bounds. Look, that play took 5 seconds and they got 15 yards.
16 yards. Yep.
Throw it to Mike, throw it to Mike, throw it to Mike, throw it away, get rid of it, get rid of it. That was worst case scenario. Oh, Cowboys player's hurt. That actually kind of helps the Bucs.
Well, that clock's still ticking. Okay, they finally stopped.
It stopped now. That oddly, listen, you don't want any injuries, nothing like that, but that helps the Bucs.
And that's exactly the type of catch that McMillan's been struggling with. Rock Jarrett just holding on through physical contact through his back.
Yeah, and I'm not rooting for injuries to set the record straight. I'm just making everybody aware that the clock stopping in any regard helps the Bucs. Daniel Gomez says, get Mike the ball. They did one time on that drive. Man, if the Bucs could score in the next 40 seconds, that would be wonderful. And they're close enough now, you might as well just go for the touchdown. And they put Mike in the slot, Ryan Miller to the outside. Oh, to the end zone. Touchdown, Ryan Miller. Holy smokes. The Bucs make it a one-possession game. Who had the Ryan Miller prop bet? Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Down the stretch they come. McLaughlin to make it 24-26 or 26-24. But a very important field goal or extra point attempt. And the kick is good. So the Bucs trail by 2, but this is important because now the Bucs just need a field goal. And a field goal would win them the game. They wouldn't have to go into overtime, which they won the last time they went to overtime, but it's been a struggle in that area this season. Ryan Miller was wide open. Both defenders went with Mike Evans because he's a great wide receiver. And, yeah, that'll be one of the easiest touchdowns that Baker Mayfield ever gets to throw.
Miller is such a fun guy to have on the roster as your wide receiver 4 or 5 because he does all of the little things. He's digging guys out in the run game, just throwing his body into every single rep. And it's great to see him get rewarded like this with a big-time touchdown in a huge spot.
Yeah, and remember, he had that game-tying touchdown against the Chiefs.
That's right.
On Monday Night Football. So he's just a primetime guy, apparently.
The only one on the team.
Yeah. Oh, man, 2:36 to go. The drama, Josh, the drama.
Now, if I remember correctly, Dallas has kept CD off the field for most, if not all, of their last 2 or 3 drives. I don't remember seeing anything that says he's out of the game. Will be interesting to see if he returns to action now that it is 24-26.
Bucs Basement with the $2 super chat. Thank you. Says, don't get too excited. It's Bulls defense. Hey, they've been getting stops in the second half.
That's being generous, Matt. I think Dallas has largely stopped themselves.
Yeah, that's definitely a big part of it. But, Bucs only allowed a field goal here in the second half. And that was after, I think, one of the turnovers. So I agree with you. Dallas has done it to themselves, but hey, 3 points is 3 points. Oh, they're going to go with an end around to Turpin.
Oh, what a hit
tackle by
Tyke.
Tyke Smith. What a great tackle. Whew. All right, so it'll be second. Oh man, that's a great football play. Shedding the block. The Bucs call a timeout. I would almost, we'll see how this play goes, but
CD's back in.
Now Cowboys are going to throw it. It's caught by Lamb, who goes down. If I'm the Bucs, I don't call a timeout here. I let it go to the 2-minute warning because then you force the Cowboys to force you to run the football and call a timeout.
Well, it looks like
I would let it go Because if you call a timeout here, the Cowboys would be more inclined to throw the football. Oh, can the Bucs get a stop? Remember, they just need a field goal. Because you could also, I mean, if the Cowboys want to try to throw it, the Bucs could force an incompletion that, ends up, incomplete, stops the clock, and you save that timeout. And yeah, it looks like Baker messed up his thumb on that last throw. All right, 3rd and 6. Will the Cowboys? Well, they don't have any running backs back there, so unless Cooper Rush does a QB sneak. Oh, he missed the tackle. Oh,
Cleaned up by Vea.
The ball's out. I thought he was down.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's down.
Must be played by Peter Vea. And now the Bucs call that timeout. That's a huge play. Oh my goodness.
If you're Dallas,
You go for it because you have nothing to play for?
it does not look like they do. Or looks like they are going to punt.
They put Vea out in coverage when he makes the stop. The game on the line, and Todd Bowles drops Vita Vea back in coverage. Incredible. Bucs have a chance to win the ball game. All right. Trey Palmer is going to have a chance to return this too.
He's going vertical.
Yeah,
he's going
up
vertical, and good things happen.
Palmer. Not bad, Trey. Isn't it kind of crazy that the Cowboys, maybe not crazy, but given that the Cowboys have nothing to play for and are eliminated from the playoffs, I'm surprised they didn't consider a little more like going for
right? That's what I was thinking.
Especially because it was 4th and 2. Like if it was an incompletion, it was 4th and 6, then I think you punted.
Yeah, I think McCarthy's he's a bit more old school with his thinking on stuff like that.
Yeah. All right, 1:40 to go. The Bucs, they still have a timeout? How?
I don't know.
Oh, Baker gets.
Oh, Baker.
Oh
what?
My God!
No way! No way!
Baker Mayfield. Oh no, Rachaad White lost the ball.
Was he down?
Oh, the game's over. The ref immediately pointed that way. Shoot.
Oh. Yep, that's a fumble. Rashad knew it too. You see him pound the ground.
Oh, man. That is a heartbreaker. That sucks. They just needed a field goal, too.
Yep.
Tyler Lavelle says, I physically felt my heart try to come out of my throat. Poor Rachaad White. It still says the Bucs have a timeout. I don't know how. Maybe the graphics is just wrong. I don't know. Oh, that's rough. That is rough. Just a reminder to everybody, we do have the Pewter postgame show coming up after this. Myself and Scott Reynolds.
Jeez. Whew. That was something.
I'm sorry, Bucs fans. I mean, just bad mistakes by this team. Poor clock management. Yeah. And now the Bucs don't control their own destiny. They got to root for the Commanders next Sunday.
Yep.
Yeah, so that'll do it. The Bucs dropped to 8-7 on the season. Tough, heartbreaking loss. But yeah, we'll have the Pewter postgame show coming up. That'll do it for us on today's show. For Josh Queipo, I'm Matt Matera saying thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you soon for another Pewter Game Day. Out.